So it's been widely discussed and so on, is that we have some, I don't want to say issues, but some interest in power generation and power transmission in the county over relatively recently. So I thought I would take a couple minutes and talk with you about what that process looks like, county involvement, your involvement, and so on, and give you an update. I'm happy to then answer any easy questions that I can handle here and now. If there are more substantial questions, then maybe what we'll do is have an agenda item for a future meeting that we can do some additional research for you all. But essentially, I'm not sure how many people are familiar with the Public Service Commission, but I think a lot of folks are going to become more familiar with them. This is a state commission that was formed in 1910 by the Maryland legislature. The jurisdiction and powers of the commission are found in the Public Utility Companies article of the Annotated Code of Maryland. And they regulate gas, electric, telephone, water, and sewage disposal companies. Most importantly for what we've been discussing recently is that the Commission has the authority to issue a certificate of public convenience and necessity in connection with an electric utility's application to construct or modify a new generating station. So that includes industrial solar type facilities, as well as high voltage transmission lines. So you're probably familiar that there was a public meeting that a company called PSEG, who's doing a project in this region. They held a couple of public meetings last Thursday, very well-attended meetings, and to provide information to anybody who wanted to attend. That company is still taking public comments through their online application. So it's called the Maryland Piedmont Reliability Project. So if you look for that, and we have information on the county website for links to that, that people can see the proposed alternative alignments and can issue comments and all of that. So all of that information goes directly to the company. My understanding from having talked with them is that the next steps that they will be taking is that they will be submitting an application to the Public Service Commission for a CPCN for that Certificate of Public Convenience and Necessity. Once they make that submission, there is a detailed process that they have to go through. And I provided you all previously with a summary of what that process looks like. But essentially what happens is they submit an application. The Public Service Commission assigns a public law judge. The application is reviewed for completeness. And then there are a series of public meetings. There's one virtual meeting and then an in-person meeting. And then the public law judge has an evidentiary hearing where all that information, public comments, and so on are taken into consideration, and then they make a decision on issuance of that certificate. Once that process is complete and the developer, whether it's a transmission line or whether it's a solar facility, once they have that certificate, then they would come back to the county. That's when the county would really get involved from a site plan development process, because we have codes related to stormwater management, forest conservation, and so on that any sort of development project needs to adhere to. So our technical staff would then go through the process of reviewing those plans for conformance with the applicable regulations.